This is a most important case for you, symptom for you. सब गैस बहुत होता है, पेट फूल जाता है. Most of homeopaths and the patient comes in front of you and the distant abdomen, सब पेट बहुत फूल जाता है and you can't touch the abdomen, very hard tight abdomen. And you try everything in homeopathy. It's a very difficult case. So this 60-year-old male, non-diabetic, normotensive, 6 months, history of epigastric dyspepsia, bloating, gaseousness, increase in symptoms after taking food, and mild pain in epigastric area. No fever, no weight loss, no jaundice, no ischemic heart disease, no diabetes, nothing. Examination normal, except for the mild epigastric tenderness. This is a typical history of gallbladder stone. Epigastric dyspepsia, bloating, gaseousness, and pain after eating food, and gas after eating food. Think of gallbladder pathology or pancreatic pathology. This is classical gallstone disease. ESG, multiple stones in a gallbladder wall normal and normal CVD. Second person, 50-year-old male, uncontrolled diabetes, bloating, gaseousness, postprandial heaviness, reflux-like symptoms, but no vomiting, no weight loss, no jaundice, or severe abdominal pain. Almost 2 years, severe epigastric bloating and pain and dyspepsia. Sugar very high, ESR borderline high, barium delayed transit of the stomach. Stomach was distended and not emptying very well. This is classical gastroparesis. Classical gastroparesis, they come with reflux, epigastric dyspepsia, bloating, and gas. All diabetic patients who come to you with these symptoms, they have autonomic neuropathy, and gastroparesis. Remember this. Unless you make diagnosis of gastroparesis, you cannot explain to your patient कि gas क्यों होता है. A diabetic person is going to come and ask you, सब gas क्यों होता है? Diabetes में gas क्यों होता है? Then you have only two answers to give. One is gastroparesis and second is a fatty liver. Only two things. So this is classical gastroparesis and you have to just control diabetes very strictly and his symptoms will improve in 6 months' time.
Ultrasound showing fatty liver. It's become a very common thing nowadays. So
I'm touching that point end of my lecture.
okay.
Last 10 minutes I have kept in the liver only for the fatty liver. And I'm going to teach you everything on fatty liver today. Everything on fatty liver. You will be master on fatty liver. This is what happens. Why I have written Marwari is not for particular dislike for any community, but this is where there is a joint family, big family, lot of responsibility, and Marwari people are a little strict in a house, and mother-in-law has all the power in a house. So there is always hierarchy in a Marwari family. The Bahu has no right to express. She has to just work quietly with head down. So now, today's time, she has become graduate from the college. She won't accept this. So what she can do? Guess. And most important guess is what? She comes to you, साहब पूरा शरीर में गैस घूमता है, पूरा शरीर में. I have still not understood how gas can move in a way that I have not understood. But साहब पूरा शरीर में गैस घूमता है. But that's also not the end of it. She sits in front of साहब बॉडी में किधर भी दबाओ गैस निकलता है. And husband also, हाँ साहब कहीं भी दबाओ ना उधर से गैस निकलता है. And the female no presses here. See देखो doctor साहब and she start making loud belching sound. Press here, then press here, then press here. Husband presses the back. See doctor साहब गैस निकलता है. And you have to accept it. आपका गैस से ना पित्त होके खून में जाता है इसलिए. If you don't give explanation, if you tell this person psychogenic, not only your practice stops, the patient is lost. Patient family, क्या डॉक्टर होता है दिमाग में थोड़ी गैस होता है. It's a pneumocranium. Call it a pneumocranium. और दिमाग में गैस थोड़ी होता है. So pneumocranium you have to understand. Everything is normal. But this lady will come for repeated investigations. And this is a challenge to you. You have to treat not just lady but mother-in-law. If you treat mother-in-law, the lady becomes alright. So you have to be very sympathetic and they press the thumb, the elbow, the neck and back and immediate loud belching sound they make. Classical, hysterical, psychogenic gas. Next, This was about 4 years back. This Muslim patient walked in my clinic. डॉक्टर साहब बहुत गैस होता है, बहुत गैस होता है. अच्छा. I examined him. Everything normal, no liver spleen, nothing. सब ऐसा गैस नहीं होता है. मैं चलता हूँ तभी गैस होता है. मैं चल नहीं सकता हूँ. अच्छा चल के दिखाओ. He walked in my clinic up and down 2-3 rounds and he actually started belching. I immediately closed my writing. I said, go to cardiologist, get your ECG, 2D echo, stress test done, you got inferior myocardial ischemia. Immediately I referred to a cardiologist, and next day cardiologist called me up, Chetan, there was a recent myocardial infarct with a severe ischemia, angiography done, triple vessel disease, stenting done, is better. So this symptom, gas only on walking, think of ischemic heart disease. So nothing is functional, organic, only GI tract. You have to go outside GI tract. Remember one thing, medicine is diffuse. Medicine is not 1 + 1 = 2. Medicine is 1 + 1 = 11 or anything. Keep your mind open. Don't close your mind on any symptom, anything. That's the most important part in medicine. If everything is normal, patient has still got symptoms, pursue those symptoms still. You'll get your diagnosis somewhere. So this is myocardial ischemia. What about gas? Somebody asked you, सब गैस किधर से आता है पेट में? But you have to know something about the gas first. If you don't know about the gas, okay. Normally, small bowel and large bowel contain less than 200 ml of gas. Whether you eat food or you don't eat food, there's a 200 ml of gas in small bowel and large bowel. And similar volumes are found in a person who complains of excessive gas. So it's not that those who complain excessive gas, they've got 2 liters and you have 200 ml. It's not like that. There's no gas plant there. Okay. The rate of excretion of gas per rectum. How much gas do you pass per rectum? All of you and me also. All of us. Correct? Normally, gas is about 700 ml per day. We all pass per rectum. And we don't even realize. But most of the time we pass with a stool. So you think of the nice sound orchestra which you have. And especially IBS patients come to you and tell you the entire orchestra. डॉक्टर साहब पहले मैं संडास में जाता हूँ ना तो पहले ऐसा पू होता है फिर ऐसा पुट 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 स्टूल आता है वापस पू ऐसा साउंड आता है ऐसा क्यों होता है तो देन यू हैव टू एक्सप्लेन बट बिफोर यू एक्सप्लेन आस्किंग वापस बताओ पहले क्या साउंड आता था सो दैट्स गैस American study, British people pass about 8 times gas per rectum because they are more sober and more cultured people, unlike Americans. Americans pass 10 to 20 times. Correct? So American study about 20 times per day. On average about 10 to 12 times per day people pass gas per rectum. Following that, lactose, with the lactose intolerance, you can have an increased number of gas frequency up to 19 to 20 times per day. Only food item that has been proved to produce gas is beans. Beans. Beans is the only food item which enhances the rectal gas. Or sometimes beans and pork, non-veg food, can produce increased amount of gas. So gas can increase about 1/3 more than a normal person. So beans and the non-veg food can increase gas in the abdomen and GI tract.